Hey guys, back at it, trying to do Team Rocket Leaders with Great League Pokemon under 1500 CP. Time for the Dark Souls edition, Team Rocket Leader Sierra. She is a painful person to fight. She gets Lapras Lead, which is one of the strongest Shadow-type Pokemon you can encounter. I would almost consider her kit stronger than Giovanni's. This actually took me a total of 3 days to complete. I could not find Pokemon that worked, and I did learn a few new things. First thing, a Team Rocket leader will leave after an hour of combat. If you have not defeated them within an hour, they're going to go, especially if they're in the balloon. The balloon will just fly off. It'll say there was an error with the match, and then boom, she's gone. Which was really disappointing. Secondly, Watergun Lapras is ridiculously strong. She just hammers through pretty much everything. Just can even melt the steel typing of Lucario, which is one of my go-tos. So I resorted to some weirder picks. Cherim is fantastic because the Bullet Seed with Weather Ball can charge really fast. And we're not super worried about super effective damage off the get. We need to just try to hammer away and break shields. But even that, she just tore through my Lucario. It took me the better part of an hour to even find out what the second Pokemon was, which was Executor. So as you can see, Magneton, who is fantastic for this initially, just could not catch through the Egg Boy as is. He isn't doing enough damage, and I never actually got to see her third Pokemon. I ended up timing out before I could even get to see her third Pokemon, but I kept trying because I really thought I could make this work. I was using a lot of different Pokemon with Counter as a quick move to help hammer through. Breloom is a fantastic grass fighting type. He is a little bit of a weird pick because he is a little glassy. Escavalier, Bug and Steel, learns Counter. I even broke down and started using Cresselia, which I've been trying to avoid using legendary Pokemons because they're not easily accessible, but as you can see, Cresselia just was getting melted too. So I switched it up again. I went with a couple of weirder picks. I have Ferrothorn here, who gets Seed Bomb and Power Whip. It's a fantastic choice. He was a payout for the week research breakthrough. He's still pretty common. You can get him in eggs, and he is found around wild as well. And then there's Jumpluff. Jumpluff is really kind of a unique Pokemon. Grass and Flying. He is a bit expensive, though. He is an almost level 40 Pokemon before he is ready for PvP. What that means is you'll have to expend a lot of dust to get a decent PvP Pokemon, so do your research, make sure it's something you want to do. Here, again, I was just trying to break through to figure out who she had so I could build a team based on that, but as I said before, I never got through. I did really like Jumpluff for this, but it wasn't working. She's not feasible for anything outside of Great League and has a lot of problems with weaknesses. So I kept trying. Ferrothorn lead, switching into Raichu. Raichu is great because with Thunder Shock and then Brick Break, you can just break the shields pretty quickly. He's got a good kit if you don't want to go with Brick Break. He learns Thunder Punch, Wild Charge. He's actually got a lot of damage output too. One of the stronger low-end Pokemons. Switching back to Ferrothorn, one thing we did learn, Power Whip is much better than Thunder. It charges quicker and it does almost as much damage as Thunder against Lapras. I was keeping Skarmory in the back because I wasn't sure who the third was, and I was hoping that Skarmory would have a better chance of getting through Executor, but it just wasn't working out. I could not break through. He's just got a really good defense, and my Pokemon were not surviving. So I kept trying this one because I was sure that I could break through. This is coming near the end of my hour. This is when I found out that Team Rocket leaders will leave if you haven't killed them by a certain time frame. But I just kept hammering, just trying my best to break through and to figure out what the third was and hopefully win. But even some of my first day videos didn't translate so well. They didn't work. So this is most of my second day. As you can see, I tried auto attacking down that Lapras with Skarmory, and that was a mistake because she almost killed him just in that few seconds of auto attacks. This is actually day 3. This is the day I was finally successful. But a few things of note. Obviously, we had a better day here because Frost Breath does not do as much damage as the Water Gun was doing. I did learn pretty quickly what her second Pokemon was, but her second Pokemon is a very painful Pokemon to fight. He is something you do not want to let auto attack. Sharpedo has an outrageously high attack damage. As you can see, he just melted that Skarmory with one attack. So we learned double fighters again. This is Poliwrath. I love Poliwrath. He is a beautiful Pokemon, especially for PvP. Got a good kit. Mudshot, Bubble for quick attacks, both charge about the same. And then he learns Power Up Punch, Dynamic Punch, Ice Punch, and Hydro Pump. So he's got a great kit. Use him to break shields. As you saw, don't bother trying to get to Dynamic Punch. It's not going to happen. Just go ahead and shield lock. Use those pauses to just keep Lapras from attacking. Again, tried. I still didn't know who was on the third end. So just kept hammering away. Again, with Poliwrath especially, just continue to do Power Up Punch with your charge moves. It's not worth it to try to get to Dynamic. You're not going to, as you can see. Best if you can just continue to keep her from attacking, which is what I did here. Also, don't waste your time with Shadow Ball. Even though it's great on Lucario, it's better to go ahead and charge up to keep Sharpedo down by just using Power Up Punch. Now this is where we learned about the third, Houndoom. This is a good thing. We can use triple fighters to beat her. Now, I will say, this is an exception. This is not going to be the common fight pattern for Sierra, but this is probably the easiest path for Sierra, so you can use 3 fighters. I tried Machamp this time. Dynamic Punch didn't charge fast enough. I was hoping he would just be a back end and be able to just go in and blow up Houndoom on the third. It didn't work out, and that's fine. He is a great fighter choice. He learns Rock Slide, Cross Chop. Both of those are relatively quick charging and do a decent damage, so that he's a Pokemon to keep in the back of your repertoire. Again, Lucario, just a champ. But as you can see, Houndoom has a high damage output. Now here is a winning team. Lucario.